Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Sultai Oko deck in Thomas format. So we've been taking a look at a lot of Oko decks recently, and honestly Oko has been pretty nice in a lot of the decks I've played recently. And this deck comes from Novos. They built this deck to kind of counter other mid-range decks because there's a lot of mid-range decks going on at the moment in the ladder compared to combos. Honestly, combo has been in the decline because a lot of people are trying to loop their strip mines into blowing up ancient tombs. Funny enough, this deck is actually only playing 2 copies of strip mines instead of 4 copies, and that is because not only are the number of combo decks are going down in the ladder, but we get to also play Mystic Sanctuary again. So recently, a lot of the blue decks haven't been playing the Mystic Sanctuary because they're running 4 copies of Strip Mines in the deck, which makes it very hard to run things like Mana Drain or Mystic Sanctuary. So we're kind of back to the original blue list with 4 copies of Mana Drains and a copy of a Mystic Sanctuary. And again, we're going to be playing 4 copies of Subtlety. So along with Oko, Subtlety, and 4 copies of Mana Drains, against other mid-range decks, this should be a really good deck against those kind of matchups. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Plus 3 to show you guys what it does. So let's open it. No, that's right. Shamans. We do have double Brainstorm though. So maybe. Well, speaking of Death Ray Shaman, thing is they have a overgrown tomb. This literally says, hey, I have a, you know, a fatal push. Do they not? Oh, it's a troll. It's a troll. It's a troll. Okay. We have a slight bit of a problem if a troll comes out here. Ooh, grief. It's a grief. What? I thought for sure Bloodchief Thirst was a card that they were gonna take, but apparently not. So I'm not gonna brainstorm here. Maybe, probably, just I'm gonna be eating one of the creatures in the graveyard. Since it could be like an Orcish Bowmaster. Wary Zone Guard. Oh, that is so sweet, by the way. Alright, so what's my next play? Probably Subtlety? But I'm countering a 3-mana card. Am I not playing Treasure Cruise? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Watery Grave goes in. And then Strip Mine? Yeah, that was a lot of different plays I could have made there. So 4 plus 3. Fatal Push. Okay, that was a turn. That was indeed a turn. Where is Zone Guard? Pretty good. Ancient Tomb. I think I kind of want to eat it. Get another mana drain. Hopefully I get a land. We did get a land. I think I'm just gonna pass here. I think I'm just gonna take the damage. Eat. Ooh, Tamio. That's a card that we want to keep. Because we want to leave up a mana drain. Subtlety, right? So, being able to play a 1-mana card here is actually pretty good.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Pro Mox. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they have a troll in their hand. And they're going to be hard casting the troll. Boom. I think we won. Yeah, I think we won. So this is a reanimate deck that's also trying to play Wary Zone Guard into looping Short Mines. And honestly, Subtlety, really good for that. Really good for that purpose, I would say. So, because they're playing Wary Zone Guard, having more like instant speed spells that kills those creatures, pretty good. They also play a Chrome Mox as well. Or I can play another Bloodchief's Thirst, potentially. I think Veil of Summer is pretty good. They play Grief. Not sure about like Toxic Deluge, and not sure about the Thoughtseizes. Maybe minus Abrupt Decay. Oko's nice. Tamio's nice. I think I'm gonna cut like a Treasure Cruise. And maybe a Psychic Frog. Okay. Tamio, Brainstorm. Sick. Yeah, that might be a goodbye Veil of Summer situation. This might mean that opponent actually has a reanimate, potentially. I'm gonna run out the Tamio.
Ugh, I stayed up too late reading. Again.
This means that like if opponent has like a one-lander, they have to decide between killing the Tamio. Ooh, that's a pretty expensive Toxic Deluge. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this is a Grief. So Grief comes out. He took away the Deathrite Shaman. I'm gonna Brainstorm. into drain. Think I'm gonna play it like this and top a Scalding Tarn. Let's see what opponent plays. Sheoldred. So 6 cards in the yard. I think rather have a Watery Grave. I'll draw with the Veil of Summer up. Getting rid of everything that could be reanimated, basically. Ooh, that's pretty good. Bitter Triumph. Baragoyf. This could be either like a Fatal Push or Dark Ritual. I could just Bitter Triumph and then Mana Drain. I think I'm just going to Oko here. Make that into a 3/3. And maybe I top like a Fatal Push. Surprised that they attacked me. I could just top a Treasure Cruise. But nah. Pretty good first game, I would say. We got an interesting hand. If they don't have a Thoughtseize, we can protect our Brainstorm with the Subtlety from a Grief. I think because we're going second, we're on the draw. I feel a bit more inclined to keep something like this. Also, this isn't looking good, is it? Cameo's good and all, but is it gonna win me the game? That's the question. Or should I Brainstorm now so that I can potentially guarantee me a land so I can play Mana Drain next turn? Too many choices, too many choices. But I'm gonna go with the Tameo.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Okay. We got a land. That's good. Okay, so here's another question. Am I just playing the Psychic Frog out now? Because, I mean, it's a good card. 2, 3, 4. I think I have to wait on the Psychic Frog because if a Kappa Cannoneer comes out, I lose the game. Okay, Interlacer sticks. 2, 3, 4. Yep. I'm so glad I did that. Oh, they have a Flare of Denial? Ooh. I didn't know they would be playing Flare of Denial in that deck. Okay. So, I mean, Tamiyo dies instantly. I guess we... Darn, that was so good. That sequencing was so good. So this is definitely not looking good for me in any way, shape, or form.
I will protect this library with my life.
How do we win? How do we win? I don't think I can beat that, you know? I don't think I can beat that. So Bloodchief's Thirst is honestly not going to do anything. So we're just going to go like this. And hopefully they just top deck a land or something like that. Okay, Deathray Shaman, not bad. Ooh, they drew a Pinnacle Emissary. I think we lost this one. I think we lost this one. Okay. What can we get back to stop this nonsense? This is on cast, right? So I don't think it's gonna work. The on-cast effect here is just too strong. I could minus get back a Bloodchief's Thirst. Get rid of the Pinnacle Emissary. Hope that they didn't draw another artifact here. It would be kind of rare, though.
I never forget an exceptional story.
Wow. I'm actually kind of... It's actually kind of crazy that they play more than one Furnace. So we don't actually have like a great sideboard versus Affinity because Affinity isn't very popular in Timeless. So we don't really have a good Cypher for that. I think Thoughtseize is a pretty good card though against them. I think Bloodchief's Thirst can go. Subtlety is really good against Camp Cannoneer. -1 cruise. Cameo is kinda also meh. Maybe a Toxic Deluge. So we gotta cut 2 cards. We gotta cut 2 cards here. I'll cut an Oko and 1 copy of Subtlety. I would say it's a pretty bad matchup. Oh, you know what? I should have polluted Delta. So this turn I strip mine and then into a polluted Psychic Frog. So this was definitely a mistake on my part. Wow, what a mistake. Giant mistake there. Actually, what am I saying? I can just strip mine into playing the Psychic Frog here. Play the Psychic Frog. Leap up a Subtlety. Another Furnace. I think I'm going to Subtlety this. The opponent puts it on top. That's really good. That is really good. So, because opponent played a Furnace, maybe they don't have a blue source? So I'm going to get rid of a Chrome Mox there. Wow. They sacrifice a Mishra's Bubble, so definitely I don't think Thought Monitor is coming out anytime soon.
This is an interesting story.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So as I suspected, Abrupt Decay pretty good. Problem with this card is, if it gets countered, you lose the game because it's an additional cost. Let's just go. So we have a Subtlety up, and the Deathray Shaman, and a Toxic Deluge. I like a lot about this hand because I can even go Oko on turn 2. This is really good, by the way. This is really, really good. Because the fact that they played this and nothing else, I think an Emissary is about to come out. And then we Subtlety that. And then we play Oko. A Thought Cast. Into a Chrome Mox. So yeah, I'm gonna play Subtlety here. Get rid of a Treasure Cruise, maybe? So, oh man, this is hard. Yeah, that was a hard turn, actually. That was indeed a hard turn. Okay, couple of choices. I can make the Emery into nothing. I think that's not bad. And then leave up a subtlety. Okay. 8 thought monitor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna do this. But they had another thought monitor. Into another Chrome Mox. We're gonna draw. Pretty bad. But we have a pretty good turn coming out. They're gonna crack. Another Ancient Tomb. Another Ancient Tomb. Okay, I am gonna lose everything though.
Let's broaden your existence.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Because they still have like an Ancient Tomb, things like that, you know? Oh man, this looks grim. Maybe I could have waited. Maybe I could have waited. It's just a really hard matchup. Just a really, really hard matchup. Two, 3, 4, 5. Taking 5 damage. Right, GG's. Right, looks pretty good. Tamio goes out.
Oh no! I'm late for class!
Affinity again! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no. Do I even get rid of that? I don't know. Like, that is a card that we can definitely counter for sure. Now it's like between just casting Treasure Cruise or casting Oko here. I mean, surely this is really good, right? Better Triumph, not bad.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes. Violence is
Not
an
bad. I was kind of hoping that they didn't have a Kappa Cannoneer there. I really was hoping that they didn't have a Kappa Cannoneer. I'm gonna be honest with you. My god. How do we beat a Cap Cannoneer? How do we do that?
think before you act.
Tough game. Tough game.
Revel with your king, wild and sovereign and free.
I mean, at least the Oko can kind of tank the damage.
Is enchanting.
Hopefully. They're gonna draw a card. So we distract the Kappa Cannoneer for a bid on the Oko.
I must investigate this scroll further.
I grace you with my lack of presence.
I can technically kill this. Thinking about it. It was a sink as well. Okay, so we can definitely kill it. The Tamio gets to live though. Which is worse? Maybe I just tank the damage. Yeah, maybe I just tank the damage here.
Oh, I stayed up
Um,
again.
I'll pass in case opponent doesn't draw an artifact. So that we can jump block here. Kinda hoping they don't draw anything. Okay, they got an artifact anyways there. It was another Moxel Bowl. Draw 2 more. Ornithopter. Taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of damage. What am I even topping? I can't leave up a mana drain here anyways. Well. Thank God. Yeah, thank God. Ooh. Another Mishra's Bauble. We have to go with the mana drain, right? So we don't get Kappa cannoneered. Thank God. This matchup is so hard. Like, it almost feels kind of unwinnable in a sense. Veil of Summer. Not sure. What is the cut? I'm gonna go down on a copy on Oko and a Subtlety. And a Frog. Not the worst hand. Like the fact that we have a Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decay, and 2 Mana Drain. Cameo start, not the most ideal scenario, I would say. Okay, our Thoughtseize would have been actually useless if they didn't crack the Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Okay, this is very nice. This is very nice. And we also have an Abrupt Decay for the Tameo. They also...
Just a battle of arms.
Wow, that's actually so perfect for me. That actually became so perfect for me.
Violence is not the answer.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's broken. Oh, man. Oh, man. So opponent pluses.
Use your words.
Oof. Probably have to mana drain this. Kinda rough. Okay, at least they killed the Tameo for me.
Everything you know
That's
about
really
this
good.
game.
So let's say I strip mine here. Or I treasure cruise, leave up a mana drain. Or abrupt decay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be exactly enough. Ooh, what are these hands? I need a brainstorm. I need a brainstorm. Draw 1 card.
Violence is not the answer.
Okay. Close game.
Our story together has ended.
Yeah, we need a brainstorm pretty quick, huh? There we go. There we go. Still not over yet because of that's really rough actually. I think I have to let that stick. Like, if this is a Kappa Cannoneer, I lose the game, basically. So, I had to do that. That's why I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying, like, this matchup is so impossible. Woo, there it is. So I can go either Abrupt Decay on the Drix. I feel like I should. So they don't draw a million cards.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around you.
Amio, draw
I've read
2.
nearly the entire library. I will
Okay, we have a
protect this
Toxic
library with my
Deluge.
life. I am not defenseless.
My god. My god.
You're a tricksy one.
Okay, we need a Toxic Deluge, like, right now. We need a Toxic Deluge right now. Abrupt Decay. I mean... The thing is, they have, like, 2 different threats. Oh, man. So Oko's gonna die here, unfortunately.
Let's broaden your existence.
Don't think we can stop that.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, thinking about it, if this deck actually has something like an Orcish Bowmaster too, like that would be a way to win.
I'll think up a fun
It's just like we have none of that, you know? We have none of that. Pretty rough. Seems like they have a counter spell, maybe? Yeah, it is. It is a counter spell.
But I thought knowledge was power.
I think Oko's dead.
Your expectations are exhausting.
Yeah, Orcish Bowmaster in this deck would be so sick. I think it's just either get Toxic Deluge or we die situation at the moment, so I think we just bottom that. So 2, 4, 5, 6, I'm taking 6 damage. Even if I top deck a Toxic Deluge, there's just no way at the moment. Or it gets countered. Yeah, I think we need Toxic Deluge for sure. Everybody's playing Affinity at the moment. What's up with that? I'm gonna get rid of Batamio. I can always get rid of it with the Abrupt Decay there. I'll go with the Deathrise Shaman. And I think I'm gonna Brainstorm. Okay, Brainstorm. Toxic Deluge. Not really that impactful at the moment, I would say. What to do? Probably Abrupt Decay the Drix. And then crack the Scalding Tarn. Yeah, that's what I'll do, I think. It does actually kind of change things. 1, 2. They'll have 3, 4. Let's say they top deck a 0 mana card. This will become... So it'll be a 4 mana card. So they still can't play it. So I think I'm just gonna do this. That's actually a pretty important one. The fact that they top decked a Thought Cast there, so maybe it was correct to play the Strip Mine. Okay, Mana Drain, not bad. I'm gonna get rid of their Great Furnace, because that's an artifact. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Okay, I think we actually need to gain some life here. 9 is very low. Treasure Cruise, and we have a Mana Drain up. I guess we should've... We should have actually played it on my second main phase, but yeah, a little bit of an error there. They have a Furnace again. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, for now, this is not gonna do anything. I can top a mana drain. Let's say I top a treasure cruise. 3 in the yard. I would have to tap out. So I don't think that's a good idea. If I played correctly and then play the mana drain on the second main phase, this actually, we might have been able to get a treasure cruise there. Hmm. I think I have to do this. I can't take like 2 damage every single turn. Yeah, definitely Orcish Bowmaster seems very necessary in the sideboard. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a very, very good one. I could run this out and then just keep attacking. Let's wait one more turn. Okay, Abrupt Decay. I think we can safely just play Subtlety now. I think one more land would have done it. One more land would have been sick. Okay, there's a good chance we won the game. Double mana drain. Yeah, I guess today is like an affinity day. So this can only be activated as a sorcery, so... Double mana drain seems good. Now we can start, like, exiling. Oh my god, we just barely won. How do we fit it in the main deck? And have one more in the sideboard? Honestly... I'm gonna go down on one Fatal Push and Bloodchief Thirst. Let's give that a go. Might be a mulligan. Might be a keep. Yeah, might be a keep. Maybe I should have actually played on Island first, in case of a strip mine. A swamp. Into a shaman. I could push that. And then strip mine the swamp. Maybe that's actually better than playing out the Psychic Frog here. Deny 2 mana for the next turn, so... So we're still ahead in tempo. Deathray Shaman there was just too good. Dark Ritual. Into a Baragoyf. Are they playing blue? I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell if they're playing blue. Green. Golgari? Golgari, maybe? Deathray Shaman again. I think I'm gonna run out this Psychic Frog with the Subtlety up. I think that's pretty safe. Okay, 4 mana coming out, potentially. Oh. It was a 1 ring. Now I regret everything. Man. That's a lot of drains. That is a lot of drains. Maybe it's possible to beat this. I should have actually bottomed Subtlety. Mistakes were made. That's very, very bad, actually. It looks like we're topping Scalding Tarn. So we're gonna Subtlety this. Pop a Scalding Tarn. And then attack with a Psychic Frog. Top another mana drain. But definitely doesn't look good. But this way, even if they grief, I still have a mana drain to back it up. It has to be like double grief coming out, potentially. So man, how do we beat this? That 1 ring. I should have expected a 1 ring coming down. But I didn't know what kind of deck they were playing at the time. I thought it was gonna be like some kind of a slot machine. So I was pretty confident with just the Subtlety there, but when 1 ring dropped, I'm like, whew. So Baragoyf comes out. I need to draw something amazing, apparently. What can we draw? What can we possibly draw? A treasure cruise would be nice. A treasure cruise could be nice. They shock that in for the Deathray Shaman. Fatal Push. I think I'll top it. Exile 3 cards. So the best card I think I can draw might be a fetch land for the Fatal Push or a Mana Drain. Oko. Oko's not bad. Question is, am I getting rid of that one ring? I guess if I get rid of that one ring, they can just attack the Oko and I die. Might as well make them have another one ring. Yeah. The opponent gains life. They go to 5. No, they drew Sheoldred. They drew Sheoldred. Nine, 8. We are just so giga dead in so many multiple ways. Are we not? I think we just gotta keep making them have it. We just need to keep making them have it. Oh, they have another Sheoldred. I don't know how many Sheoldreds they have. I think they might have like 2 or 3 maximum. The problem is they have a lot of one ring and they drew their half their deck, so very good chance opponent just has, you know, another one ring in hand. So this might just be over. Maybe if we can top deck a Mana Drain? Yeah, maybe if we can top deck a Mana Drain here.
Oh dear.
Alright, GG's. Brutal. So Veil of Summer comes in. Another Orcish Bowmaster comes in. Subtlety is okay. I think Bloodchief's Thirst can go. 2 copies of Thoughtseize instead of maybe Cameo and Cruise. Alright. Wonderful hand. Okay, well, now I know what they're playing. I think I can definitely play a little bit better, right? I think I can definitely play a little bit better. My opponent mulliganed like 3 times. I don't know how many like lands they play. So 1 ring can go out because we have a subtlety. Wait, you actually found something? Okay, I think they're gonna take away the Psychic Frog here. Kind of surprising. Right. I guess opponent could have Toxic Deluge. Sure. I feel like they should have just went for Sheoldred twice. Oh, they can't do it because they don't have black mana. Oko? Okay, I think that's over.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around you.
Yeah, subtlety is very strong. I think we just go again. Right? Orcish Bowmaster and a Veil of Summer. Sure. Seems good. Okay, so opponent already took a mulligan. That deck is mulliganing a lot. Right? It is mulliganing quite a bit. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss like spell pierces and stuff like that. Okay, Thoughtseize is very nice. Very, very nice. I think I'm just going to play Deathray Shaman with Veil of Summer. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh boy. Mistakes were made. So, I'll play the Strip Mine on the Ancient Tomb. I think I need like Veil of Summer plus a Orcish Bowmaster, right? Okay, that is a win for us. That was pretty good. Draw more and more. Can we draw into more Orcish Bowmasters? That'd be nice. That would be very nice. Strip mine. Get back on Ancient Tomb. Maybe. Pass the turn. Very nice. What to do? So I can get rid of a 1 ring with the Oko. Or I can... But that means I'm not putting up Veil of Summer. I guess I can play maybe Thoughtseize first. And a Troll of Khazad-dûm. So I think we'll just get rid of a Sheoldred then. I'll play the Oko. I'll plus.
You're quite charmed to meet me.
So if they take the damage from the 1 ring, they go to 6. Right? And then if they draw 3 more cards, that is a lot of damage they're taking, and... yeah. Like, if they draw 3 cards, we attack with the Oko, Orc Army token, and the Orcish Bowmaster plus Deathray Shaman trigger. They might just die. So they take 3 damage. Very nice. I think this is definitely keepable because we have either the Deathray Shaman or the Tamiyo turn 1 into a Brainstorm. Even if they Thoughtseize or Brainstorm away, we do have a Deathray Shaman to still play with just 1 land. Question is, do I go Tamiyo or Deathray Shaman? That is the question. Hydroponics Architect. Hydroponics Architect. They have a Flare of Denial. They have a Flare of Denial.
Is there a deeper...
Let's eat you. Play the Tamiyo.
Perhaps
Brainstorm.
there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Flare of Denial, sure. Ooh, lucky. Lucky. Might be a go next situation if this Deathray Shaman dies. Or we don't draw a land. Okay. That was very unfortunate that they hit the strip mine there. Honestly though, I feel like this should be an easy matchup. This should be a really easy matchup, all things considered. I should have another Orcish Bowmaster. Can I go back? Can I go back? Alright. We need a brainstorm with this hand. Yeah, I would say brainstorm would be very nice here. Alright, let's kill this thing. Into a Bowmaster. I do kind of want a way to protect this somehow. That's fine. Land? Nope. Brainstorm. Let's have Orcish Bowmaster out. Maybe for the first time, they're not gonna have a removal spell. No, they do. Well, at least the Psychic Frog isn't eating it, so I guess that's pretty good. Ooh, Subtlety. Very good card. So, do they play? So let's see. I'm gonna play out a Subtlety here. Now it's 4 damage per turn. It lands. Alright. Let's play a Psychic Frog. Mana Drain. Boom boom. A lot of lands. Wow. Pretty impressive. Okay, so we can top a Treasure Cruise again. Play a Tamio. Attack.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
We even have a Treasure Cruise coming out. Prismatic Ending. Might as well. Flare of Denial. Short. Ragman Reality. Everything's getting exiled. They have another Flare of Denial there. Attack. So there is that last counter spell. Oh, did they top deck a treasure cruise there? Oh, why did they surrender? Why did they surrender there? They top deck a treasure cruise. Mana drain into a treasure cruise, but then they still have a Loris. Yeah, I'm kind of confused by that. Well, now we have another Orcish Bowmaster, which is very, very nice. What do we cut? What do we cut here? Maybe a Stern Scolding? Do we want to cut a Stern Scolding? For maybe a Veil of Summer? I feel like this is a mulligan. Strip Mine and a removal spell is pretty much GG. That's a lot better. Now having a 1-mana removal might hurt. Cameo's fine.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
Yeah, Tamio's fine. Brainstorm. I think we just use Abrupt K on the Transform Tamio.
I hope you don't
Pretty
mind
strong
if I take
though.
notes.
Pretty strong.
Violence is not
Considering I don't have a turn 1 play. They also tap out. Shaman. I'm gonna keep a Shaman. Okay, in case opponent plays Stifle, we'll just do this.
Use your words.
So we get rid of a Tamio.
Some people never learn.
Into a Shaman. The Strip Mine actually does kind of delay my Shaman play, potentially. The opponent taps out. So I could probably do just whatever here, potentially. I mean, I kind of want the Orcish Bowmaster in there, but their entire hand could be like a bunch of removal spells for all I know. I will play Orcish Bowmaster here. Because it just answers so cleanly. So what I like about this situation is if they want to strip mine, that means they have to use, maybe that they'll use a removal spell on the Bowmaster here. Which means I might be able to sneak in a treasure cruise, right? Yeah, there we go. So we got a Shaman in, but they're gonna get an attack with the Architect, which is pretty strong. Very, very, very strong. Okay. I think I'm just going to pass a turn here. It's a lot of strip mines coming out. Yeah, quite frankly, a little bit too much. Quite frankly, a little bit too much. So they're thinking about countering this. Okay, we got double lands and a mana drain. All good cards. I don't think Psychic Frog is very necessary at the moment. We have one breeding pool left. We don't even have an Undercity Sewer. Okay, that's really good. What happened there? Orcish Bowmaster just so strong right now, by the way. Like, so strong. And that is the reason why I think Strip Mine is very interesting. Alright, so we played against a lot of different decks today. I had to actually kind of change the deck a little bit because the current metagame has shifted very fast. Midway, because I faced 3 Affinities, and then I swapped to an Orcish Bowmaster, and then we played against a One Ring deck where we also had the Orcish Bowmaster. Plus, we played against a blue-white Hydroponics Samwise Gamgee deck that was trying to get back a Strip Mine that got hit by a draw card, where the Orcish Bowmaster did amazingly again. Just back to back to back after, slotting in Orcish Bowmaster, it has been absolutely phenomenal. And at the same time, there's some folks that think that Timeless has become like a little bit ubiquitous, which I don't think so at all. I just played against so many different decks, and yes, they have 4 copies of Strip Mines in some of those decks. Affinity doesn't even play Strip Mine, by the way. There's decks that don't play Strip Mine at all, and still doing very well. In my opinion, I think the Strip Mine has revitalized Timeless, so much. Even just last game, I got Strip Mined 4 times, and I was still okay. I think multiple times when I was making plays, I was asking myself, okay, if I get Strip Mine next turn, I'm not going to be able to play this, so I should make this and this play. So in my opinion, all I'm seeing is that the Strip Mine addition to the format has really made the game more complex and diverse that, I don't know, personally, I'm in love. Just a month ago, the entire format was just show and tell and energy, and now we're seeing Jund Midrange coming out, so many different affinity decks that don't even play Strip Mines. A show and tell doesn't even play Strip Mines either. When I played Strip Mine in Reanimator, people are actually saying, why does this deck have a Strip Mine as well? Okay, so in my comment section, I kind of want to see what you think about the Strip Mine in this format. Do you like Strip Mine or do you not like it? Because the people who are dissatisfied would be the people that would leave a comment about how much they hate it, but usually the people that are positive about it wouldn't talk about it and just keep playing the game. Things like that. So I kind of want to see what your opinion is about the Strip Mine so that I can kind of gauge what you think about the format. As you can see, this deck isn't even playing 4 copies of Strip Mine, by the way, and the deck just did pretty well. So yeah. I changed the deck a little bit compared to Novelis's version. I have a double Orcish Bowmaster and a copy of an Orcish Bowmaster in the sideboard. This deck used to have 4 copies of a Commandeer in the sideboard, and instead I put a copy of an Orcish Bowmaster and 2 copies of Orcish Bowmaster main, and I cut a copy of a Fatal Push and a Bloodsheep Thirst for these 2 copies of Orcish Bowmaster main. I believe there's enough removal spells to go around, 3 copies of removals plus 2 copies of 2-mana removal spells I think that is good enough for me in my book. Plus, we have like interactions in form of counter spells like mana drains and subtlety. So yeah, I feel like the deck does kind of feel a little bit slow if you're not playing against like another mid-range deck. This deck does fairly well against other mid-range decks because of subtlety and Oko. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.